Hello everyone, and welcome to another game of World of Warships. Today we are watching the Blue Falconer in the Bismarck, a Tier 8 German battleship. He is on the map Land of Fire in a 3-point domination game mode. And it's a Tier 8 battle with no carriers and, well, actually quite nice distribution of the classes, I think. There are 4 enemy destroyers around, so it's always something to watch out for. Now, as usual, this replay is from wowreplays.com and there will be a link in the video description. Now, here in the beginning of the battle, doesn't seem to be a real strategy for the friendly team yet. There are a few ships going towards C. The main force is here somewhere around A, but those ships don't look like they really want to push into it. And there is a lone destroyer scouting out B. So we shall see how this turns out for the friendly team. It would seem that the battle around C is already starting, and both teams are trying to contest that cap. And yeah, the friendly has started capturing A, but the enemy arrived in time to stop him. And we shall see how that turns out. There is an island in the middle of A that you can use as cover, and destroyers might just sit there on both sides, and then you kind of have a bit of a stalemate until one side decides to push in. Now the Blue Falconer has not fired so far. He was briefly detected just now, but I guess he doesn't want to be spotted while he is sailing broadside on towards A, and he didn't really have great shots at anything so far. There are quite a few friendly ships here, but still, so far nobody wants to move in and support the friendly destroyer. And they don't really have vision anymore because that destroyer is in a cloud of smoke behind an island. And there was a slight collision, as it looks like friendly team members are already turning around and trying to retreat here. Now there is quite an enemy force incoming, but I mean there are also quite a few friendly ships. I'm not sure if they really have to retreat here. The Blue Falconer does not want to push in his force, so he is going the other way. He has to avoid this island. And we will see, he could swing around left again and try to be more aggressive at A, but it doesn't look like he's getting any support if that's his choice. Now thankfully there is a Miyoko kind enough to show his broadside, and if he deals with her he might save his destroyer in the cap circle. Very nicely done. Oh, hopefully that destroyer is going to get out of there. So the enemy team has taken the point C, although there are still 2 cruisers on the way trying to take that back. The friendly team has taken B, and the battle for A is still underway, but it doesn't look good for the friendly team around here. No, none of those ships look like they want to push towards A. So for now the Blue Falconer is retreating, probably turning around this island and maybe trying to rally his forces and push in with them. It's always a bit problematic if you push in towards a point. Even if you have ships with you, you can never be certain if they will actually follow you. And well, they have lost A, unfortunately. And it doesn't look good at C either. This cruiser is probably pretty doomed, yeah. So that leaves a lone battleship here who is far away from the point. And the main force is just here sitting in a not the most useful position. Now they have to gather this force and push. With the enemy having control of 2 capture zones, they just have to wait, basically. I mean, this force could potentially take A if they'd all go together. And there is a Kuznov showing his broadside. Now hopefully these shells will... Okay, he is turning. That's the problem if you engage at long ranges. The enemy can see the shells coming and has a lot of time to react to them. Now it seems like a destroyer that was around here is going to help defend B, so there are a few ships here trying to hold it against the enemy forces from C, I guess. This small task force here will hopefully be enough to take A, and they will hopefully get in there. Now the TheBlueFalconer is moving towards A, and the 2 cruisers seem to support him. The other battleship is not turned this way, but at least he can provide fire support. And there are some nice citadel hits. Now we know there is a destroyer in there somewhere, which could prove problematic. And yep, there are 2 North Carolinas as well. Now at least one is showing broadside. So they can hopefully deal with her rather quickly. And there goes one friendly cruiser. Now the odds aren't looking too great here, especially since all those ships are trying to face the other way, it seems. But if they don't make anything happen, they will lose. Now the enemies have quite a point lead by now, so the friendly team really needs to capture something. And yeah, I guess the friendly team could just try to move into C, but they'd still have to hold B against those ships. So the TheBlueFalconer is charging forward against all odds. And we shall see how that turns out. Now he does have the hydroacoustic surge consumable, which will allow him to dodge enemy torpedoes a lot better. And yeah, this North Carolina here is hopefully going to die pretty soon. Almost. Yes, the friendly team will get her. And now there is the second North Carolina. And that worked beautifully. Now the German battleships are very good brawlers. They have great armor and they have very good secondaries. This battle here is not over yet. There are torpedoes incoming from the destroyer. There are probably torpedoes incoming from the cruiser. And, well, thankfully for him, he can dodge them all. And the secondaries took care of that. Now there is this Wiskowice who is running away. It has actually come to my attention that the L is not really an L, but more pronounced like a W. So it's like Wiskowice, I think. Anyway, hopefully he can deal with this destroyer quickly. Now the secondaries are helping out here quite a bit, I guess. but he can't let this destroyer escape. And there is a smoke, but I think he can get, hopefully. Yep. So that was exciting. And suddenly the friendly team is in the lead by 1 ship. So this worked out quite nicely. Now he can turn his ship around and capture A. And I'm not sure, there seems to be reinforcements coming towards A, which is a bit late. They could just turn around and engage that Mogami in order to prevent her from taking B. Now this game isn't over yet, but it's starting to look pretty good for the friendly team. There are shells coming from that direction, so I guess we know somewhat where the second enemy cruiser is. And they have almost captured A, which will give them the majority of their job points. Well, look at that, there is some incoming fire. And that did reset the capture. But he is now no longer... Okay, he's detected by a plane, I guess. But with both enemy cruisers behind islands, they can't really spot him anymore, so he could just sit here and cap now. And he is slowing down here, I guess, because he doesn't want to leave the cap circle. Now we can't see the Molotov, but there is an island in the way. What he is doing right now, I think he is probably switching to the overview map and back in order to see the angle where he has to fire, but... Oh, he actually managed to hit something. Very nicely done by him. Unfortunately, he slowly drifted out of the cap circle while doing so. Now we see something very surprising. The TheBlueFalconer apologizes to his team that he accidentally left the cap circle. Would be a very nice thing if more battleships would actually try to take caps in the first place. And then be aware that capping is important. And look at that, there is a Mogami. Now the Mogami does have 10-kilometer torpedoes, so I'm guessing we will see torpedoes coming this way. The way the Mogami is sailing, he probably launched his torpedoes and is now turning away in order to, well, not get destroyed, but that was too late. So yeah, this was a pretty nice battle, I guess. And I can't really see the enemy winning this. And there are the torpedoes. That's quite a wall, actually. I think he will take one hit here. Unfortunately, his damage control is on cooldown, and this mountain will block the shots on the Molotov here. But I think we can speed it up from here. Yeah, and the Molotov is trying to get out of here, but they got her. Let's take a look at the results. The Blue Falcon managed to get 2,836 base experience and 6 kills. And it was certainly very well played by him. He tried to go towards point C in the beginning, and when he saw that there was not enough support and too much opposition, he delayed his approach. When he saw that the friendly team was losing and really needed to take another point, he just pushed in and it worked. So it was a very nice battle to watch. He got himself quite a few achievements. 2 close quarter experts, Confederate, Dreadnought, Kraken, 2 devastating strikes and high caliber. He scored almost 200,000 points of damage. And yeah, I really enjoyed watching this. I hope you did as well. And I'll see you guys next time.